Hi, Honest Discussioner here. Today I want to talk about communicating with God. I can't tell you how many times I've heard, and I'm sure many of you have heard, people talking to us about how they're going to pray about things, pray for understanding, so that God can tell them how He feels about things and gain His guidance. And I've heard this with many things. And I was doing a little bit of research on what was supposed to be this video, and I came across this interesting study. This is from the website religiostolerance.org. And now look, I'm going to say ahead of time, this isn't incredibly scientific. It's got a relatively small, about 75-person sample size, but the sheer clarity of the results, I think, overcomes that a little bit. There's absolutely, it's exactly what I would expect. If you watched my I Have a Personal Relationship with God video, I talked about how people claim that they have a personal relationship with God. And this, I think, speaks against that. I think that the person that people think is God, people that religious people believe is talking to them, is really just nothing more than their subconscious. Now, they asked 9 questions to 75 people. 75 people of various religious faiths, and this was on gay marriage. The first one, they asked them their belief on gay marriage, and whether or not it should be legal, yes or no. Then they asked their orientation, they asked their religion, they asked what wing of their political leanings were, and then they asked them, for the last 3 questions, to pray to God. Obviously, the atheists didn't really, do that, but anyway. So then they asked to pray to God for His guidance and to contact and get in touch with His will on the issue, whether or not He wanted gay marriage to be in. So now here's the interesting thing. I'm not going to say it doesn't really matter what God said to these people, but unless I missed one, every single person believed God already agreed with them. Christian, Wiccan, Arakan, all of these people, if they were if they believed that gay marriage was okay, God later, when they prayed, told them gay marriage is okay. If they thought beforehand gay marriage is not okay, God confirmed that belief for them. They also had the last question was, how certain were you? And there was a couple different things. Almost everyone either said certain or very sure. There was 1 or 2 not sures and there's like 1 not sure and a couple somewhat sures, but for the most part everyone was very sure or certain that this was God's will. And I'm going to link it up in the side. I always mix that up. I'm going to link it up on the side and in a bubble somewhere around here. And tell me if I'm wrong, if there was anyone who said God told them something different from what they already believed. Now, theists, Christians, Muslims, friends, are you going to make the argument that the people that disagree with what God told you on the matter, assuming that you believe God did tell you anything at all, which might not be the case, but let's assume for the moment that they do, are you going to say that these people are just not in tune with God, or not praying the right way, or, it's Satan even? What is your reasoning here? Because from my perspective, this is exactly what I would expect. I would expect that most of the time, people who pray to God are going to get a confirmation out of it. If they believe something, God's going to confirm it. If they're going to pray about something that they're uncertain of, they're pretty much are just praying to their subconscious, praying to that, that inner part of our brain meats or whatever. So tell me what you think about this, because to me, this is exactly what I would expect. And it kind of wouldn't be. Unless you're really going to argue that the people that disagree with your side are faking it and aren't real Christians. And again, you can really go ahead and disclude all of the atheists and even all of the other religions as well. There was a decent amount of Christians in this study. But really, everyone... God seems to really be a yes man, apparently, as far as telling people that they're right about the way they think about things. And this is kind of an extension of what I was going on before. I would think that if God was real and God was really communicating with us, the honest people that really pray, and I'm sure there are many of them in many different denominations, I think that you would be seeing a movement towards a center of some kind. A movement, some religion, some version of Christianity that seems to not lose a lot of people and yet gain a lot of people from the other denominations. I think that would be the case. If you can find one that's like that since its inception, then let me know. But otherwise, gotta say, my predictions are coming true, and I don't think yours would be in this case. Unless I'm wrong, but I'd love to hear why I am. So, that's about it. Tell me what you think. Have a nice day. Honest Discussioner, out.